Hey, Houseguest. Welcome to today's BBCan 10 updates and spoilers. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday so far. Our Houseguests today are Joshua Martin and Latoya L. Thank you both so much for the support. We couldn't do it without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be Houseguests today, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. Yay! And I also want to thank Jefferson Tucker, who is our wonderful super chatter from yesterday, and I see he was back today. Thank you so much. And he says, I really wish Josh would have lost the bet. Put on some clothes, Gino. Right? Okay, so yesterday Josh and Gino were playing pool, and whoever lost the game had to strip down to like a banana hammock, and Gino lost, and he was walking around almost naked. Oh my god, it was wild. But anyway, thank you as always, Jefferson. Shane, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right. So let's get started. When we left off yesterday, Moose and Summer are still up on the block. Helena did not use the power of veto. JC Lynn did not use her secret POV. So that twist was a bust. Oh man. I'm still confused why she didn't use it to carry out Gino's plan to backdoor Marty. It is going to be on tonight's episode, so I'm looking forward to watching all of that and finding out, number one, the process of her getting that secret power, and number two, what led to her decision to not use the power. Because maybe she keeps hearing Marty going on and on about how he won't stab Gino in the back a third time. He'd put JC Lynn up on the block, though. She is not Gino. Marty is now telling people if he wins HOH, he would put up some combination of Betty, Summer, and JC Lynn. So JC Lynn is not safe with Marty, but she doesn't know that yet. So anyway, all that aside, Moose and Summer have both been campaigning. It's been looking like Moose is going, possibly unanimously. And I have to say, Moose's campaign has been so much stronger than Summer's, but it is this point in the game where they don't want to take like every strong person to the end, right? You got to take out some threats like that. But anyway, Kevin and Helena are chatting in the red bedroom, and this is an info dump between the two of them. So Kevin's like, ugh, Summer's gonna be so upset when I put her up next week, because Summer was just leaving the room before they started talking. Summer would definitely be upset if Kevin put her up, because she has been getting closer and closer to him, really feeling like she can trust him. I think she's going to feel betrayed. But they talk about how Moose and Kyle knew each other before the game, and Kevin says those two really freaking blew it. You know, that is the biggest advantage that you could have coming into this house, knowing that someone is really who they say they are. Yeah, it's a big deal, right? And Kyle decided to blow that up. So moving on, Kevin says it's great that Summer's campaign is so bad because it's making people want to keep her. She doesn't seem like as much of a threat. And like I said, it's not a great campaign coming from Summer. She's just telling everyone, I'm not really making any promises. Well, what are you doing? Like, you need to offer people something. What? You're not going to... She's not offering much moving forward, and it's just not good. But Kevin shares that Summer said she would put up Marty and Gino if she wins HOH. And they're like, okay, sounds pretty good to me. So then Helena was talking about a conversation that she had with JC Lynn. And she's like, I think JC Lynn is a villain on the show. And Kevin agrees. And he's like, I don't think JC Lynn has any idea that she is a villain. Honestly, I don't see her as a villain on the show. I don't think she's being edited that way, or at least that's not the way that I've been interpreting it. But I do think she kind of looks like a villain sometimes on the live feeds, which are not edited. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of the live feed viewers are not JC Lynn fans. But anyway, Helena says that JC Lynn told her she's really falling for Gino now. But Helena's like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. So she was asking JC Lynn, how does everyone rank for you in R5? Obviously, like, Gino's going to be first because, you know, you have real feelings for him. But what about everybody else? And the 5 that I'm talking about here is Helena, JC Lynn, Gino, Marty, and Kevin. So JC Lynn says, no, Gino is not first, or at least he's not alone at the top. She says Gino and Helena are tied for first in her eyes. And then Kevin, and then Marty. So Kevin says, you know what? I used to think that we needed to take out Gino before JC Lynn, but now I'm thinking maybe JC Lynn should go first. Helena agrees. She feels like once JC Lynn is gone, Gino would kind of be on his own, right? JC Lynn actually has connections with other people that she's been working on in the last few weeks. So yeah, I kind of see where they're coming from with this. But then they're talking about how they want to take out Summer or Betty next. What? But this part was kind of hard to hear. It almost sounded like they were saying that's who Marty wants to put up and they'd be okay with that. You know, maybe that's not necessarily their next targets, but they would be fine with Marty going after them because it's not them. You know what I mean? But Kevin says that Josh is probably going to throw the next HOH. You know, they really want all hands on deck. They want somebody from their group to win, but he's been throwing everything, and it's really bumming Kevin out. At one point yesterday, Kevin even said to Josh, like, can you please, like, just try? Can you try during a competition? And Josh was like, yeah, I'm going for this next HOH. Is he, though? I don't know. But anyway, for this week, Kevin and Helena agree that Moose has to go. It's just too late to pull him in and work with them at this point. They want to take out the bigger threat. Okay, so then a little later, Summer campaigns to Betty in the purple bedroom. And it starts out like really jokey. Betty's joking around, reenacting stuff that Summer said to her last week when the tables were turned and Betty was campaigning to stay. And Summer was all, I have a lot on my mind. I'm confused. I don't know where my vote is going to go. And now Summer is playing along, reenacting some of Betty's lines. I don't want to hug right now. Like, don't work with those guys. They're not going to work with you. They care about each other more. You know, stuff like that. I've had your back, whatever. So they were having fun with that. I think Betty was having a little more fun than Summer. But Summer says, all right, I'm not making any super big promises to anyone. But I want to keep you, Kevin, and Josh safe. And she says she's targeting pretty much everybody else, right? Marty, Gino, JC Lynn, and Helena. So they talk about how badly they both want to get rid of Marty. Betty has had enough of Marty because she knows that if Marty wins HOH again, he's probably going to put her up. And we have heard Marty say that he would put up Betty and then possibly Summer or JC Lynn next to her. So yeah, Betty tells Summer, I'm voting for you to stay. You don't have to worry. All right. So then a little later, Moose campaigns to Betty in the purple bedroom. And Betty is asking, what are you going to do if you stay in this house? And Moose says, well, I am committed to you and Josh. I'm down to ride it out with you two. I'm here to play, to put shit on blast, to fight for the people that I care about. And Moose is really pushing this line lately that he's playing the game as opposed to just going through it. He says, I would never, ever try to cross you or Josh for the rest of the game. You know, I would be loyal to you two. So Moose is like, I think we all know what we want to do next week. Do we? Can you just tell us? I don't know if he's talking about Marty or the showmans because he wasn't really naming either. So I don't know if he's targeting Marty or the showmans first. I've heard him say he was targeting the showmans before, but I don't know if that's still the case. So Moose says, I'm willing to take risks. I didn't go for slop card during that HOH competition. Summer did. And he says, I want one of us to win HOH and run this house next week. Betty says, that's beautiful. I love your fight and your drive. I don't want to see you go home because we need to win competitions right now so we can make moves. So Moose brings up, we don't know what Summer would do if she won HOH. And she can like say that she's going to do one thing, but like who knows if that's actually what she's going to do. And he also says no one is going to target Summer. She's got great relationships all across the house. So Moose says, I'm a big target. I've been up on the block a bunch of times. I will continue to go up on the block. I can be a shield for you. So Betty's like, wow, you're making some great points. Again, she's like, we need to get some power so that we can start making some moves here. And she tells Moose, I really do want to vote for you. I can't commit to it right now. I have to think about all this and let it settle. Talk to some other people, all that stuff. So she does like hearing that Moose would not put her up if he were to win HOH. And he confirms, no, I wouldn't even use you as a pawn. So you don't have to worry about that. So later, Betty was game chatting in the backyard with Kevin. And Betty makes it really clear that she does not want Marty to win this whole game. She says, if Marty does end up taking me out and he makes it to the end, I will make sure that the other person in the finals wins, no matter who it is. And she says, he could be sitting next to a pole and we would vote for the pole. Okay. She does not want Marty to win. So Kevin asks Betty, what did you think of Moose's pitch? And Betty says, there's something about Moose pitching to me now that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Because he hasn't talked much game with me before. You know, we've been in here for a long time now. But now he needs me. So suddenly he's like talking game and saying he wants to work with me. On the flip side, Betty is also kind of annoyed with Summer. Summer was playing games with her last week, wavering back and forth on her vote, not sure if she was going to keep Betty. And there is a piece of Betty that feels like Summer only voted to keep her because that's what everybody else was doing. So also it bothers Betty and a lot of other people that Summer went for that slap pass during the HOH competition. Doesn't seem like Summer was serious about winning that comp. So not a good look. But they talk about how bad Summer's campaign is as well. She's not making promises to anyone, like even the people that she's supposed to be working with. So yeah. Betty says she's not sure about her vote right now. Kevin lies and says he's open about this week's vote. He's not really sure what he's going to do either, but he says he would rather see Summer stay at this point. And he says he doesn't trust that Moose is going to do what he says he's going to do. And Kevin and Betty both agree that they should probably be safe with Summer if she wins HOH. They don't feel like she's going to go up. They don't feel like she's going to put them up. And maybe, just maybe, now that she's been up on the block, she'll actually try for HOH. That'd be great, right? So that was all last night. And today, Moose is still campaigning. I have to say, Bowie, a big part of Moose's campaigning, he keeps saying like, oh, the showmance wants me to stay. They'd be cool with it. And then people go and check in with the showmance and they're like, no, we want Moose to go. So yeah, nothing is really changing with all of Moose's campaigning. And I have to say also, he's a really good talker and he's making a lot of great points, but people are just not going for it right now. So as of right now, Moose is still going. It's looking like it's going to be unanimous, but you never know what could happen in the next 24 hours. So we'll see. We've got one day left until the eviction. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I want to thank our super chatters because you guys are amazing and we really appreciate it. So Jefferson Tucker, thank you again. I'm so sorry. It's
think
pixely.
I might have figured out what's wrong.
Oh, hi.
It's the stupid cloud.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
the cloud is full?
No, the cloud is in motion.
What do you mean?
It's uploading.
Oh, so we got to turn off the cloud while we
Yeah.
do this. Oh.
I think.
That would be good if we figured it out, right?
Yeah, sorry guys. That was like complete crap.
I'm sorry.
Could pretend it's a podcast.
Yeah, right? As long as the audio is working,
was
right?
fine. The audio
Well,
is
that's good.
fine. She just looks like she's in the pixel protection program.
Yeah. Okay. Travel K, thank you so much. And Travel K says, so excited about your engagement. You deserve all the happiness in the world. Thank you so much. That is so
We're all
sweet of
so
you.
excited.
Yes.
It's been a really wonderful weekend into this week, and it's just only going to get better.
Yes. Very excited. excited. So thank you all so much for being here. We will be back tonight for an episode recap. There's an episode at 7. And again, we're going to see JC Lynn getting her secret power and letting it rot. So,
letting it rot on the vine.
We'll see what happens with that. But thank you all so much. We'll see you later. And until then, much love. Bye. Bye. Bye, guys.